Okay, hello and welcome to this live show. And obviously, today India women senior team didn't have a good day in the field. They lost the second T20 against Australia. The series is now 1-1 going into the series decider on 21st of February. But before going into that match, we will talk about two updates, two things. First of all, I would like to ask Trishadi about the Marizanne Kapp thing. Marizanne Kapp is going to miss the upcoming ODI series, home ODI series against Pakistan. Trishadi, can you just share the news that what happened and who is the player that is also been added as a replacement?
Yeah, of course. Marizanne Kapp is needs some rest during the third T20I. She complained of some
Mm.
um, pains. I mean, we already know that she goes through her chronic. She has a chronic heart issue.
Mm.
So that is the same thing that has been bothering her right now, and I think she needs the break. To be very honest, she already has the issue. She deals with the issue, and I think South Africa needs to be better at her um, workload management, because Sneha, still now, I think you did not really need to think about workload management because the series were less.
Yeah.
But here, within 6 months, there are two World Cups happening. 6 8 months, two
Yeah.
World Cups happening. In between your play, you have WPL as well. There is WBBL, the 100. She plays all the competitions. So I
Mm.
think that
Mm.
is where, and playing all the competitions is very important, not only
Yeah.
for um, not only for South Africa's exposure, for her exposure, and overall for South Africa women's cricket. I think it's important that someone like Marizanne Kapp does play those tours. So that is where I think now that the ODI World Cup is 4 years away, you almost are pretty much certain that she's definitely not going to play the next ODI World Cup. And if that's the case, then maybe give her rest for the ODIs. You don't need to make her play the
Mm.
ODI, or maybe test matches even, for that matter. So I
Mm.
think that's how it is. And Faye Cowling of I'm forgetting the name of the. I myself wrote the piece.
Domestic
Give me
team,
one second.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell.
Mm.
Lions. What is the name? DP World. Uh, mm, DP World Lions bowling all
Yeah.
rounder Faye Cowling comes in. This is obviously she was a. If you can remember, she performed very well for South Africa under 19. And
Mm.
I think that kind of also played a role in her being called up, now that Marizane is not
There.
is not there. But
Mm.
yes, not easy to replace
Yeah.
someone like Marizane Kapp.
Yeah. But still a good opportunity for her to come and at least join the squad. Doesn't matter whether she gets an opportunity or not, but still joining the senior squad is a big opportunity for her as of now.
Yes,
Yes, okay. So that
absolutely.
was the update from the upcoming South Africa versus Pakistan home ODI series. Okay, and before moving to the senior India women, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. India A are playing their semi-final game in the Rising Stars competition, Asia Cup competition that is going on, and they will face Sri Lanka. They will face Sri Lanka, and in the other semi-final, Pakistan will face Bangladesh. So all eyes will be there also. I think you guys will watch that also. So let's see how the girls do, because after that loss against UAE, I think they have done well. They look very clinical both against Pakistan and Nepal, and now they will look to do well against Sri Lanka in the semi-final. Yeah, but now Tushadi, India losing the second T20 against Australia. What went wrong? You clearly mentioned in the pre-match show that anything more than 150 will be critical, will be tough, and it only happened that way only. At one stage it was looking that India might go and chase that, because once Smriti Mandana was batting, and we both were watching the match together. The Kim got insisting Captain Sophie Molyneux for that review, and the review turned out to be the game changer. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, Just give me 1 second, okay? Just give
Yeah.
me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Before Trishadi, coming in and talking about that, yeah, absolutely. I think that review changed the momentum for India, but still, I think hopes were there because both Richa Ghosh and Captain Harmanpreet Kaur was there, but were there. But and they added, I think, around 55 runs they added also. But once Harman got out, I think the collapse happened, and suddenly India lost what I think 6 wickets for 7 runs, and the momentum completely gone, and it's gone. But kudos to the Australian bowlers. I think the way they bowled Annabelle Sutherland, Ashley Gardner was superb. The way she was varying her pace, adjusting the line and length according to the pitch, I think it was fantastic to see. I think her
Yeah.
performance only ensured Sophie
Sorry,
Marino's
back
first
to
victory.
yes. Sorry, back to
Yeah,
the what do you call that?
review thing, review.
The review. Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought it did brush her pads. I did not really
yes.
think. I don't think I took it seriously. And in fact, I told you that I don't think that it's out. They're wasting a review. But ठीक है, I mean, it's Smriti Mandana. They're wasting a review. But it was pretty early on in the innings. I was just wondering, because Beth Mooney was not really confident. Kim Karth was the only one who appealed very seriously, and Litchfield from somewhere had come and said, I think Kim Garth is right. She pointed and said, it's very difficult to understand from the covers. How did Litchfield ever understand that Smriti hit that? So if I was Sophie Molyneux, I would never believe what Phoebe Litchfield said. But I think Kim Garth was insistent.
Yeah.
So he went for it again. We saw them take a poor review against Harmanpreet Kaur. So I think they have in their minds, Snehashish, a few batters against whom they will waste the review if need be for close calls.
Mm.
Because you have two reviews and
Yep.
that if you take it, because that turned out to be pretty much game changing. Smriti there, even after Shafali went, Smriti was of course settled. Having said
Mm.
that, Indians have only themselves to blame. I thought the target was completely under their control at one point,
Mm. Mm.
and then
Mm.
all of them had to play cross-batted stroke in a slow wicket.
Mm.
It's, I mean, they should have learned from what they served to Australia in the last 5 overs.
Yeah.
They should have known better.
Yes. Yes, yes, absolutely. Obviously, as I told that Australian bowlers also did well, but our Indian bowlers, especially in the death overs, I think they were excellent. 2 overs
Yeah.
from Arundhati, one from Renuka, and one from Ben Switcher, and in the last over, I think they were excellent. In last 4 overs, they considered only 24 runs because at one stage, the way Georgia ball was in sublime touch, the way she was batting
Oh,
along with Beth Mooney, they put up what I found out that it was the second highest ever opening partnership for Australia in their women T20. So a huge partnership. But what's at one stage we all were thinking that the total might end up around 180, 190. But kudos to all those three bowlers. They pulled back the momentum. They bowled brilliantly. So Tushadi, a comment on that partnership. Beth Mooney finally got some runs. I think that a huge credit should go to Georgia Wall the way she played because that didn't let the pressure come on Beth Mooney and obviously those last 4 overs from India because other than the bowling looked a bit not average today.
yeah, I thought Georgia Wall initially started a little slow,
Mm,
but then more than slow, I thought she was not getting her timing going. But
mm,
once that started happening, she was a completely different batter. And at one point, I did remark, why did you have a half injured Aliza Healy playing
yep.
semifinals when you have a Georgia Wall there sitting in the dugout? It's the same thing. And I repeat, every time I say this, I have to repeat this because some of you have your own tangents. That I'm glad that India has won, but there are so many things that Australia could have
Yeah.
done the Australian way. You know,
Mm.
what match is still going on, Snehashi, that you're looking left?
Afghanistan, Canada.
Okay. You have got two good matches. We have watched two good matches today: India, Australia, and Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe.
What a
Right?
match, Sri Lanka. Sri
Yeah.
Lanka, what a
And
match.
after that, you give yourself a little rest, Snehashi. Too much. Yeah, sorry. Getting back to the point, I think Beth Mooney, that is why got that chance to settle down and play the kind of innings that she plays. but ultimately she couldn't really accelerate, and she got out. And once she got out
Yeah.
after being set in this pitch, in today's pitch, I think anybody who came out to bat, it was a little difficult for her to
Mhm.
really go and hit their shots. So I felt Beth Mooney is still pretty much away from her best.
Mhm.
So maybe it's time to push Mooney down the order at 4 and get Litchfield at get Litchfield at 7. Think of this: Georgia Wall, the way she was going, and at the other end, if Phoebe Litchfield got the power play, I think Australia can do much better,
Mhm.
because it's in power plays that many T20s are decided. So I feel that much like one days, they
Mhm.
should bring Phoebe Litchfield up the order.
Yes, use the immense energy of Fibilichville at the
Oh
top.
my
I
God.
think you guys have watched today. The way she was warming up, outside of the boundary lines. Without the bat. Practicing those running between the wicket types.
And
Drills. I think
unnecessarily she was jumping around. There was no need to show that much energy. She could have easily lived a happy life by keeping quiet
even
and sitting.
even when Bethmuni got out, even before her, leaving the ground, she was already there in the pitch.
Yeah. I was like, how come the batters did not cross? And then suddenly the camera is shifting and Litchfield has reached the crease only.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Before going to the comments, last question, Trishadi. Shefali Verma, 2 games, good starts, not
That
converting those,
remains a
and
question only.
and getting both times out to left arm spin Sophie Molino. And today, I think it was not a perfect length ball to hit the sweep. What is your thoughts on that?
Look, it's not Sophie Molino who's getting Shafali's wicket, right? It's Shafali
Yeah.
who's getting Shafali's wicket. So it's,
Yes.
I mean, every single day she can go back and say there is one wicket at least that I'm getting. That's my own.
Mhm.
Today, I think she messed up because she tried to, kind of fake that leg side. She went leg side to push Sophie Molino to bowl leg side, and then went inside and played that sweep. I thought what happened in that dance that she did was she forgot where is the stump, which is why while she thought it was a down the leg
Yeah.
ball, it was actually right, bang on the middle. And I have no idea why Shafali Verma took the review. I mean, in short,
Exactly.
I think yes, the Kim Garth review turned out to be good, but otherwise both the teams have been pretty average with reviews.
Reviews.
The Shafali one, I have no idea. Smriti should have directly said "Bhai Tuja."
Out here,
That did not.
Manlo.
uh, Until unless Shafali took the review, I was telling you that I thought maybe then there is a chance of maybe there's bat, because if there is
Yeah.
no bat, how can you ever review that? In
Exactly.
fact, that sort of a shot is the shot which I, as a bowler, used to think that the batter should just get up and walk. They should not wait for umpire's decision. They should just get up and walk.
Yes. And it was so plumb. So that is why it was a
Yeah,
complete
just
waste of
apologize
time.
to your partner, walk
Yeah.
off, and apologize to your teammates that yeah, it was out. I couldn't have helped. You walk, right, when you sneak, and
Yep.
even if the umpire does not give it out, there are many batters who walk. So
Yep.
why not in the case of LPW just say, you know what, this is plumb. It cannot get plumber than this. I'm going. Bye.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so it's 1-1 now. Now all eyes will be on 21st of February where the series decider will happen, and it is going to happen in Adelaide. So, sir, interesting match is going to happen. Yes. Now, Trishadi, you can take the comments.
Thank you, sir, for the permission. Sorry for the audio. Okay, Mohit 836, bringing Sri Cherney so late was a blunder when Wall and Moons were hitting it out. Timid batting by all batters except the openers. Agreed. Mohit 836. But also, I wanted to say something. There was a huge difference between the running between the wicket as well.
Yes.
In Australian grounds, in English grounds, you have to run better. You cannot be that slow. You cannot be we did see when Shafali and Smriti did not go for back to back twos. Instead of that, a two was taken as a single. Yes, today India
Mhm.
lost by say 19 runs. So it's probably, you are sitting and thinking that one, that two not being two and being single does not matter. But in close contest, this is where you are going to lose out. I mean,
Mhm.
I think Australia has only one slow runner in Georgia
Yeah.
Wall, but India has quite a few slow runners. And the problem is when Shafali and Smriti are batting, both of them are slow runners.
Mhm.
So once the power play is over, or if someone like Shafali is not getting ball to bat, then they get stuck at one end, and then the dot ball pressures happen. So also today in Shafali's innings, Snehashish, a lot of streaky boundaries. Do you think she's trying to overhit the ball?
I thought so because in the first over only against Ashley Gardner, I think both the boundaries went for Page, right? But I think she was trying a bit hard, going hard from the ball one because I think all those batters knew that the scoring must be a little bit easy with the new ball. I
Hmm.
think once
Hmm.
the match goes past the 10th over mark, I think the ball will get old and it is not easy to score runs. I think
Right.
that thing happened with Australia also. If you see, they scored those runs with the new ball when the ball was quite new. As the match progressed, our bowlers obviously bowled well, nailed those Yorkers and everything. But still, I think the old ball, you know, played a role. And on that pitch, I think it helped the bowlers also to with the slowers and everything. So I think that was the case with the Indian batters. I think they knew that they had to get a good start for that, to chase down that target. I think they had a good start despite Shefali being a bit streaky. I think they had a good start, but they couldn't continue that momentum, and ultimately they eventually lost. But I think with Shefali, I think she's trying hard. I think again, I think you mentioned this several times. That is the only problem is that short selections at that particular moment. I think the same problem is happening again and again. Again, I don't, and the main problem is that it was not there in the Sri Lanka series. Suddenly, what happened in WPL and now again in this series also, it is not understandable.
True. So true. Okay, next question. Mohit 836. Renuka was just giving freebies today. Don't know why she's back. Renuka.
Renuka to did well today
Renuka
in
bowled
that
well,
pitch.
yeah.
Yeah, in that pitch, I think she bowled well.
Yeah.
I
Gish,
think today
don't you think
Arundhati,
that,
Renuka both were excellent.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I think you're talking about the first spell, Renuka's first spell. Today
Maybe.
she was average, but I think she came back and she was brilliant.
Mm.
Absolutely brilliant. Gisht, don't you think that South African women's cricket team don't necessarily have the facilities like the Indian team, but they have players of finesse and quality and all-rounders who can play all format? Oh, absolutely. I think a huge, what do you call that? Huge uh,
Credit.
positive movement in that direction is the fact that this is the year, sorry, 2025. I think just before the women's ODI World Cup, South Africa finally got their contracts.
Yeah.
So that I feel is a huge step towards this going in the right direction for South Africa women's team. Gisht, just saying, guys, Mohit and Gisht are the only ones who have come up with questions initially. Don't think we know them and we are taking their questions or something of that sort. हम तो हमें खुद को ही ठीक से नहीं पहचानते क्या गिफ्ट और मोहित को पहचान गिफ्ट they also don't have any leagues that the nation hosts, but their board does a fantastic job in identifying talents and using them at the right time. I think they're getting domestic I mean the domestic ye bhi um,
Domestic structure is getting
yeah,
strengthened, I think, in last few years.
yeah. Mohit, we need quality number three and a good finisher. Richa and Dipti are extremely poor between the wickets and gonna cost us a lot. I don't agree with the Richa part. I mean, Richa has it in her to completely take it away from from the opponent.
Mm.
In slow pitches, yes, at times Richa does become a little uncomfortable, but I don't agree that Richa cannot be a good finisher. As far as
Mm.
running between the wickets is concerned, I think apart from Harman, Jemima, Amanjot, Amanjot, Who else is good between wickets? That's it, I think.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. So you cannot really point out Richa and Deepthi because it's not like Richa and Deepthi are the only factors.
Mm.
Out of 11 people, you can only count three who are good between wickets. So that is a huge issue.
Yep.
Gish, they have been the most consistent side for the past few years and clearly have a better T20 squad than India. Ooh, South Africa has a better T20 squad than India. Mm,
I, thi-
ये चार
I
पे
think
रखते
if
हैं.
you I think if you see only the bowling department, again the pace department, I am saying
Yeah,
proper pace department. I think they are again even in the spin also. I think they lack. But the way the spinners did superbly, I think in that 2025 ODI World Cup. But if you see the all rounders they have, the batting lineup they have, they are a dangerous side. I think they are one of the top teams in terms of that, having top all rounders to finish because they have you can name the finishers. Andrew Direction they have as a finisher. And Marizanne Kapp is there, and now that new girl play well, right? Reneke, she did well.
running.
She did well.
Yeah,
Yes, Tulishan
I'm
is
very
there.
excited to see Renike because I really
Yes,
think she
and
can
obviously
replace
having the
someone like
class is
Kumeni.
there.
Oh, of course, the best in the business.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Gisht, Indian batters look unfit for running. They need to work on their agility and be quicker. Look at other finishers like Nandine and Ash. They're quick between wickets, and so they don't build up pressure with dots, especially. Completely agree. I think, especially if you see, and today, when I was seeing Beth Mooney running, I thought, of course, someone like Shafali can do better. Someone like, Smriti is still among the seniors, and I'm not talking by age. I'm saying now Smriti has been there in the
Experience.
team, but the
Mm,
Shafalis, the Charnis, the younger lot, the Krantis can be so much better. And when I'm saying, I'm not saying on batting prowess alone. I'm thinking they should be
mm,
so much better when it comes to the whole agility and fitness and fielding
mm,
and running between the wickets. I think running between the wickets. If I can, I will be doing a piece on how many twos Australia has actually taken in the entire tour and India has taken. Singles is a different story, but twos, threes, very, very different.
yep.
And Australian grounds are quite big. So
Big.
the moment you're not hitting boundaries and you're getting gaps, you're hitting gaps, you have to take doubles. Mohit, the fundamental issue I see in our women's team is that our players aren't athletic as others. Except Smriti, Shafali, and a couple of others, nobody will make to an Australia or England side. Okay, so here's the thing. I think in India, you will very rarely see somebody who's athletic per se. And the
Yes.
reason being, in our culture, there is no athleticism as such. Think of
Mm,
this, Mohit. When was the first time somebody actually told you that you need to run? Or you should run, you should exercise, you should um, probably eat healthy, or especially on the sporting side, like go out and
mm,
play. That sort of a thing that has happened pretty much after we have grown up. But if you go to other countries, I have seen in France, absolutely tiny, you're even scared at that age. Our parents would not even let us go out alone. They are in skates and they're doing those roller skates, falling down, crying, hitting their head, getting up and again doing it.
mm,
Some of them are running, they can barely walk, toddlers. Sneha,
mm,
they're running. And Rohan and I were scared. We're like, why are they running? Where are their parents? That's how we are born and brought up in
yes.
India. In India, you are only asked to do the proper fitness structure, the athleticism,
Mm,
once you have become an elite athlete. And then it's too late because your muscle memory has not been built from a young age when it's easier to build muscle
yes.
memory. So it's very easy for us to sit and actually blame that they don't run well. But you have to
Mm,
understand the entire science behind it.
yep.
Just only Jemmy and Avanjot do a good job in terms of running. No, I think Harman is also pretty good.
Mm,
And
yeah.
for her age, she's definitely pretty good. Um, why does Deepti not run like the other batters? She just doesn't get that rhythm of running initially. She starts way too slow, and it's like she puts a lot of pressure on her feet. She needs to be quicker. In ODIs, it may not hurt much. In T20s, these make a huge difference. Huge shout out to Renuka and Arundhati, our lone warriors today. They bowled fantastic and are actually trying their best. According to the situation, Indian batters don't learn anything. They play same shots and get out. If India can't win this World Cup, like if they don't make it past group stage, would want South Africa to win, want Cap to hold a World Cup. She deserves it, and I think many people would be happy for them. But if India makes it, then we are definitely going to cheer for them. It is going to need some individual brilliance to help us win.
Good job.
Thank you. Harik bhai. Okay, Anand. It was Jemima's poor shot selection and zero game awareness that cost the match, which we should have won easily. एक अकेला जेमी ने हरा दिया तुम लोगों को. अच्छा ठीक है, मान
Oh,
लिया.
one of the mistakes था.
But I thought it was a huge mistake. And my entire question when it comes to Shafali or Jemmy is when? When are you going to learn? You don't go by their age, because both of them have started and made their debut at a pretty early age. So
Yes.
by now they're experienced players. तो अब अभी नहीं तो कब? And consistency, after
Mhm.
that semi-final innings, I thought, okay, fine, Jemima now is going to be consistent
Yep.
because she has got over this huge anxiety, this, that. So
Mhm.
she'll be consistent. Then I thought when Shafali scored that 87 in the final, I thought, okay, that was Jemmy's, turning point. This is Shafali's turning point. Now we are the world champions and we'll go ahead. And these two are going to be fantastic backing backing someone like Smriti, someone like Harman. Today also, Harman got out under pressure because and then
Mhm.
Richa got out under pressure.
The net
When
run
are
rate.
we going to see these two major batters being consistent? Yes, you can say Harman got out. Yes, you can say Smriti got out. But I think overall our consistency is very, very poor. Gish ने फिर बड़ा सा लिख दिया. Against Sri Lanka, but when Amanjot came in, I was confident as she can run well and rotate, strike, and build an innings. We need more batters. Smriti and Shafali always want to take singles. They don't even try to run more. On the other hand, Beth Mooney scores most of her runs by running and finding gaps. Settle this approach will work in ODIs where you have more time, but not in T20s.
Correct.
Anand, Trishaji, as I already told you when you discussed about the T20 squad with Richa Ghosh and Deepti Sharma in your T20 team, you're not going to go past the Super 8 stage in the T20 World Cup in England. आपने बिल्कुल सही बोला है आनंद जी. सुपर 8 स्टेज तो हम क्रॉस ही नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि सुपर 8 है ही नहीं T20 वर्ल्ड कप में. तो वो स्टेज कैसे क्रॉस करेंगे हम जो है ही नहीं T20 वर्ल्ड कप में. और आप क्या करना है ना, आपको थोड़ा सा ज्यादा नाम पे और लोगों के शरीर पे ध्यान देने से ज्यादा किस पे ध्यान देना है, गेम पे, गेम अवेयरनेस पे. फिर आप देखना फटाफट आपको पता चल जाएगा कि T20 वर्ल्ड कप में कोई सुपर 8 स्टेज क्रॉस नहीं कर सकता. इंडिया तो क्या, ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी नहीं कर सकता क्योंकि वो स्टेज एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करता है. ठीक है. Okay. Gisht, as there is no super 8 stage, top two teams from each group make it to semis. Group A mostly between India, Australia and South Africa. Mostly, Gisht? Mostly? इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया साउथ अफ्रीका में ही दो जाएगा. मोस्टली क्या है भाई इसमें. फाइनल बिटवीन इंग्लैंड एंड साउथ अफ्रीका एंड कैप टेकिंग द फाइनल विकेट एंड लीडिंग देम टू विक्ट्री. ओह, if not India, then South Africa, guys. Yes, absolutely. India need another technically sound batter who is quick runner and pushes others to run as well. Harman was trying to run, but Richa denied close singles and twos. I agree. Gisht. Also, what's the role of Fulmali in this team? To clap and carry water. There is no way you can play her in. You need a batting all-rounder in this squad, not bowling all-rounders or batters. India lacks in this department. They don't have a batting all-rounder. All we need a batter who can also bowl 4 overs. Deepti is bowling all-rounder. Radha Yadav and Tanuja Kanwar can run better than the whole team. This I agree. This I completely agree. Okay. Sharanya, Trishadi, the short selection of our top three batters, mainly Smriti. I literally screamed while watching the wicket and I was at my office. स्मृति का आउट तो कुछ अलग ही था यार शरण्य, मतलब उस बॉल पे कैसे आउट हो गए. लेकिन आई थॉट स्मृति से भी पहले यू हैव टू ब्लेम बोथ शफाली एंड जमी. एक्सट्रीमली पुअर शॉट सिलेक्शन. गिश ने फिर दिस और दैट लेके आ गई गिश्त. चलो करते. मैथ्यूज और हरमन.
हेली मैथ्यूज और हरमन.
हाँ, और किसी मैथ्यूज को तो मैं नहीं जानती भाई.
मतलब किस एंगल से. I think Haley Matthews single-handedly बहुत मैच जीता है.
Single-handedly, yeah. Unfortunately, it's Haley Matthews. For the same reason that I'll choose my next one also, Sana or Renuka. Sana is Fatima Sana or Renuka. I'll go with Fatima Sana.
Fatima Sana.
Yeah. Chloe or Kranti? Kranti. Still, I'll go for Kranti. No, actually, Chloe has done well in the World Cup, yeah. Chloe. Let's go with Chloe. Yeah.
Yes.
On World Cup performance.
Yeah.
Okay. Mithali or Kohli? Oh my God.
ये क्या कंपैरिजन भाई.
Mithali or Kohli? For me, Mithali and then Kohli, of course. But yeah, if it's Mithali or Kohli, Mithali. Djokovic or Federer? Oh,
Nadal.
Rafael Nadal.
Sorry.
Tanuja or Radha? Tanuja. TK. Any
day, Tanuja.
Dogs or cats? Snehashish, you can actually show them the answer. Where is our answer?
Come.
We'll give you the answer in two minutes. The answer is coming.
Come.
Biscuit?
See there.
There is our answer.
See there.
Dogs or cats? Biscuit.
See.
Biscuit, say hi to everyone. Come on.
He is now busy with mom.
So yeah, dogs or cats? The answer is dogs. Shafali or Smriti? Oh my God.
Smriti. As of now, Smriti.
Yeah. Charni or Shrey? Shrey is Shriyanka. Charni.
Charni, yeah.
Gish, Jemmy is our best batter. Shit selection is short selection.
Okay.
Short selection is poor, and you can't just rely on power hitters. See what happened today. Rita couldn't do anything. Yeah, I thought I didn't understand what was Jemmy trying to achieve with that shot. I would really like to understand what was Jemmy trying to achieve and where was she going with that shot. Because it was definitely not going for a 6, Snehashish.
But because in Australia, the grounds are big.
Yeah.
And another factor is that runs were already there on the board. It was not like that you have to come out and play your shots from ball 1. I think she easily could have taken some time and then play her shots. So yes.
Correct. Okay. Pearl, if Jemmy stayed, India would have won. If anyone in the top 4 stayed and finished the game, we would have won. We have that strong a top 4, but somehow nobody stayed. Gisht, Fulmali can't do anything. She can't time it. वो तो पता ही नहीं चल रहा है ना, वो ड्रेसिंग रूम में टाइम कर पा रही है कि नहीं, हमको कैसे पता चलेगा. Rupali Bhatia, apart from the World Cup final innings, Shafali has not given a match-winning innings either for India or DC. So much talent is of no use if you don't win matches for your team. Pura sentence correct nahi hai, pura statement. I think she has given match-winning innings for India and DC. Even apart from the World Cup final, but that is extremely rare, Snehashish.
Yes, the consistency, again, the same thing that we have been talking about. And we always talked about that Shefali, just one thing that she needs to take still now, I think the consistency. We're so happy to see that, finally coming off in that Sri Lanka series. I think she was batting fantastically after that in that series. And that is why hopes were there that for DC in this first season, when Jemima is the captain, I think as an experienced player, I think she will play a big role. But again, throughout the season, she didn't look that confident, didn't look that consistent. Yeah, I think you can clearly remember that knock against RCB, where
Yeah.
everyone failed, but she batted brilliantly. One of the most, composed and one of the most matured knocks that I have seen from Shefali, I think so far. But again, after that, she failed to carry forward that momentum. That is the problem. Once you get the momentum, you have to
That is
carry
the
forward.
biggest problem with Shefali. Every time you
Yes.
think this is the turning point in her career,
Yes.
from here on, she will, take be consistent. That does not happen. Kavya Jain, Trishadi, I have never seen the batter as inconsistent as Shefali in my life. My life too.
Yeah.
Gisht, Australian bowlers won't give you space to hit sixes. Yes, of course. So you have to run hard. Kavya Jain, Trishadi, I still feel Jemmy would play. If Jemmy had played, we could win because Jemmy can run and take 2 runs. Richa can't run too.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean that is quite obvious, but I think everybody has to be, I
Fitter.
don't think that, yeah, Jemmy was the only factor, but definitely if Jemmy had played, because Jemmy has both the games, she can run as well. And I think if Jemmy was in, you would have seen Harman run much better, which would have helped her in shot making as well.
Mm, mm, mm.
Pearl, Aussies were so happy while Jemmy got out. Oh, yeah. I think they were happiest when that Smriti review happened. They were the
Yes.
happiest because initially they had gone off and got back to their bowling and fielding this thing. Gish, yeah, why won't they? Were about to win. That wicket was integral part of their victory. Sure. Nirala Sirka, Annabelle bowled really well. And what happened to Jemmy's form? What does Jemmy need to do to be more consistent? Proper, all the batters have to get the shot selection correct. Otherwise, they are ending up making shit selection as far as shots are concerned. यहाँ पे typo हो रहा है पर वहां पे सच में हो रहा है. And Annabelle Sutherland, I think Annabelle Sutherland has now become a bowling all-rounder more than an all-rounder. What do you think,
Yeah.
Snehashish?
Yes, because now she really gets opportunity to bat also. But I think her 4 overs have become very, very crucial for Australia. And the best part that she can bowl in every, phases of the game.
Yeah,
You give her the ball the death over, she will come up with the slower deliveries. I think Harman was struggling big time against those
yeah,
slowers. He was not being able to time those, not being understand that at what
absolutely.
pace that will come onto her. But I
Yeah,
think she was
I think
superb.
Harman's bat was going pretty early. You're correct.
Mm. And Tushar, the fast over, the aggression that was needed, from a pacer. I think the look that she gave.
Annabelle
uh,
Sutherland is the only one in this Australian squad who looks like an Australian playing, taking the field.
Yeah, the body language and everything, and that is
Yeah,
why
I
we
think
keep.
body language wise
Yeah,
only,
that,
not
that is why
fastest.
we kept her, as a captain's candidate. But yes, it is what it is.
Sophie Molino has a 50% win record. Don't talk
Yes,
much.
yes. Sorry, guys.
Yes, Harman again went back to her own ways. Only MI quota for her. She's fine. Who is fine? Short selection need to be better. She will do better once she turns 27. पहली बात तो ये है, I thought Harman was trying. She needed somebody who could run the first
Yeah,
few runs to get her in that group, which did not happen. So no, I don't think the MI quota. But ये second वाला चीज मुझे बहुत interesting लगा. गिस्ट इस पे थोड़ा थोड़ा light दो. Who will turn 27 and then they will do better, and how do you know that's the case? These are the two questions that I have for you. Mohit, if Moons goes down the order, Moons भाई तुम्हारे घर आती है क्या वो? If Moon if Moons goes down the order, he won't be able to score runs post power play when fielders are at the boundaries. पूरी जिंदगी उसने पावर प्ले के बाद रन किया है. पावर प्ले में वो रन बॉल ही खेलती है. ये कौन सा क्रिकेट देख रहे हो तुम मोहित भाई? गिस्ट वरीड अबाउट दिस इंडियन स्क्वाड. देखो जब भी इंडिया खेले वो A, B, अंडर 15, अंडर 10, अंडर 1 जो भी हो, मैं तो वरीड ही होती हूँ. Pearl, only issue with Jimmy, shot selection. Absolutely. Gish, getting Pratika please in ODI is fed up of Shravali. Why is Australia backing Darcy? No consistency. Can't believe she won 3 World Cups. No control over length. Darcy Brown has 3 World Cups?
Maybe I think she was in the squads for a long time now, so I think maybe.
And Dash does not have a World Cup. But anyway, I also have the same question. Why do you think they are backing Darcy in place of Megan Shoot? Do you think they have moved on from Megan Shoot, or yeah?
I also think the same way, the transition thing. I think they have started to thinking that it is time to give opportunities more to these youngsters, and because they
Hmm.
are going to be our future options, regular options.
Hmm.
I think that is why it's time to use them against big teams, considerable big teams like
Hmm.
India, England. It is not like okay, India are coming, so then always play someone like Megan Shoot, experience, and
Hmm.
she will do well. But and when a team a different you are playing a considerable lesser strengthened team, then okay, let's try someone like Darcy Brown, give her that opportunity. But I think they have moved on. I think they have started to give opportunity to someone like Darcy Brown to see where she stands. Um Again, based on that, maybe they will think that still now, maybe still Darcy Brown needs some work to do to be that, you know, that that much faithful that you can be our
Correct.
lead pacer going into a big series or a big tournament. So I think huge tournament, huge series for her also from that point of view. But I
Hmm.
still think that going forward to the World Cup and in every other game that is coming up for Australia, I think Megan should has a role to play. I think she is your prime pacer as of now.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Paul, Smriti got out in same way as semi-final. Yes, she did. Uh, let's game on. Should have brought spin early. Didn't Ashley Gardner start the bowling, or
Yeah.
are you talking about India? Because I thought
Maybe
India
yeah.
also got spinner in the 6th over or something. और कितना आगे मतलब गेम से पहले ही स्पिनर से बॉल करवा दे क्या?
Yeah, Kranti bowled 3 overs. I can remember that in power play.
One and Kranti was bowling because I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, probably because you were going to end with Renuka Arundhati and
Mm.
Chad, so you
Sure.
had to bowl Kranti's 3 over, no?
Mm.
Gisht, no bowling was fine. Batting is concerned. Gisht spinner can't do much. Let's game on. We lost 5 wickets with 7 runs. Mohit, Georgia Wall and Phoebe are of same age. Still, she looks so strong and heavily built. Thanks to playing footy and rugby. Sporting culture between both the nations will make sure the gap always remains. Gisht,
Mm.
yeah, Deepti is going to finish us in run chase in T20s. Never going to get us over the line with this running. Yeah, if you're depending on her running, she is never going to get win you anything by running. टेस्ट T20 1 डे इसमें फॉर्मेट का कोई बात ही नहीं है. रनिंग ही प्रॉब्लम है. तो रन से तो नहीं जितवा सकती, शॉट से जितवा सकती है, विकेट लेके जितवा सकती है. Denver Johnson. Trisha, what was Jimmy thinking? She's not Richa or Shafali who can hit those big shots. She was taking a single each ball and should have left it to Smriti, who was set. Immaturity again as usual. Yeah, how can I even say Denver that it's immaturity? You know, uh, the kind of experience, the kind of exposure she has. How can you even call it,
It's not
immaturity? You cannot.
inactivity, it's inconsistent. That is the only word again and again.
Absolutely. Mohit, why did you skip the thing on Jemmy? Come on, become a journalist, not a fangirl. You know what, Mohit? I'm telling you something. From now on, I'm not going to take any questions of yours. Because क्या है ना, मेरे को बहुत इरिटेट होता है जब तुम लोग ज्ञान पेलने आ जाते हो. मैं एक एक सवाल लेती हूँ, कहीं भी किसी भी शो में चले जाओ. वी डू नॉट नीड टू डू अ 45 मिनट्स और 1 hour शो एवरी सिंगल डे. हम लोग पूरे दिन मेहनत करने के बाद 1.5 घंटे 2 घंटे शो करते हैं. वी टेक एवरी सिंगल कमेंट. So don't you dare come and tell me I'm being a fangirl or something of that shit. सब कुछ का एक लिमिट होता है. मैं हंसी मजाक करती हूँ, मैं तुम लोगों से हर बात करती हूँ, डजंट मीन दैट यू क्रॉस योर लाइन. सो डू नॉट. एंड आई हैव टेकन एवरी सिंगल क्वेश्चन. अब उसमें अगर ह्यूमनली एक क्वेश्चन मिस हो गया है, तो जेमी के बारे में इतना टाइम जो बोल रही हूँ, तुम अपना कान ना थोड़ा साफ कर लो, सुनाई दे देगा. और कान से भी ज्यादा ना ये साफ करो दिमाग, तो ज्यादा सुनाई देगा. देन ऑल्सो जस्ट बाय द वे, क्वेश्चन करने की जरूरत ही नहीं, क्योंकि अगली क्वेश्चन से मैं लूंगी भी नहीं तुम्हारा कुछ भी. Denver Johnson, on another note, man, Kranti can hit. I didn't know that those two boundaries. Also, do you think Demi should start bowling in the test match? No harm giving her a couple of overs and trying her out. Yeah, I mean, at least from what her coach said, she was supposed to bowl. What happened to that? I expected her to bowl in WBL.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Our coach clearly said that if she is the captain, maybe she can go and then she can get
Yeah.
the opportunity to bowl. So I expected also the same, that in WPL now I might see Jemima coming up to bowl few overs here and there, but didn't happen. I don't know. And what we got to know from our coach, that she always wants, to contribute with the ball. She always, putting
तो
hard
खुद
work
के
on that.
बॉलिंग में ही खुद के कैप्टेंसी में ही तो शी इज नॉट बॉलिंग.
But
वॉन्ट्स का
yeah,
क्या
but
है?
what happened, I don't know. So let's see if any day any day it will happen or not. But yeah. But Kranti got.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was going. There were two things I wanted to say. First, I was going to you about Kranti's batting, but secondly, both the Kranti shots were straight. I think
Straight.
she
Yes.
taught the top order batters
How
where
to
they miss.
bat. Yes. And that too against Australia's skipper. Okay. Down the track,
Whoa!
straight down the ground. A six, a four. I think fantastic. I think that is the I think two positives from the game. One is the death bowling, and
Yeah,
this 10 runs from
Kranti got.
Kranti God.
Then okay, Tiger Rose. अरे रुक जाओ भाई. Tiger Rose, Trisha, will they win you World Cup as finisher in T20 cricket? Deepti Amanjot Reddy, they can't hit sixes. Why can't they hit sixes? They can hit sixes. Why aren't they hitting sixes? ये पूरा ही syllabus अलग है, but they can. Need at least one power hitter who can hit sixes down the order. Maybe play five bowler, play full Mali. Trisha, are they not athletic? Virat, KL Rahul, Jadeja, Hardik. It's never too late. Need a whole lot of dedication on diet and gym. Remember, Virat was also not that athletic. Rather, he was chubby, but due to his dedication and sacrifice, he overcame that. मैं जो बोलती हूँ तुम लोगों को समझ में नहीं आता है कि तुम लोग उल्टा लेते हो. मैंने कब बोला कि बन नहीं सकते? मैंने बोला एथलेटिक पहले से नहीं है. And Virat and the people you have named, I hope you know their gender. For women, there are different complexity. For example, losing weight and suddenly becoming absolutely fine cut body is a problem, because women have a certain thing called menstruation, which men have no idea about and use it all in the wrong, all in the wrong note. But there are a lot of places where it's not that easy for women to get that cut to cut body. Having said that, I'm not saying that they can never reach that. Jemmy has also reached that. Herman has reached that. I think Smriti also has quite a bit of good shape. Of course, they can. Now, why aren't they doing it? Or for that matter, I would say, do they have practice? Do they have like separate running between the wickets, kind of in the practice session? Because that is one area that you can see that India is lagging behind. Are you practicing that? Because from what we have seen, there is no separate practice for that. And I think that all that has to be, important to get them on in shape, not only gym and diets. Shubham Vashish, India women team doesn't have power hitters. ठीक है Shubham, मान लिया. Kavya Jain, Trishadi, why Richa denying singles and twos? At least you're not hitting boundaries. Take some singles and twos. Her strike rate was literally 90 D today. 90 के बाद दी क्यों लिखा? पहले तो दी लिख दिया तुमने. मैंने मान लिया था. Yeah, I think because she wouldn't have been able to complete those singles and twos. Now that's why she was denying it. MB, I agree with the athletic part. India doesn't have the sports fitness culture, but when you play at that level, you need to get better. Running between wickets has always been a problem. Absolutely. And that problem needs to be solved by concentrating on that part, is what I'm trying to say here. Okay. Sharanya Halda, these grounds are made for Jemmy. These grounds are made for Jemmy. Actually plays the ball and take two. That's why I was really frustrated. I think वो भी नहीं मानना चाहती थी, वो हो गया brain fed moment. I mean, you can't have brain fed moments at this level, Snehashish.
Yes, absolutely. And uh, see, I can understand that. I think expectation is there, and we all expect Jimmy to be consistent, Jimmy to win matches for you. And the first point that you mentioned, I completely agree, because the ground is big. You want someone like Jamie to bat along for a long time because she has that game. She will hit the balls into the gaps and score those 2 or 3 runs that can help. That will not put the pressure on the other end also. On the other batters also at the other end. So I understand the point, but I don't know brain fade or something. But I think she she tried to score quickly at the start of her innings. Let's get some quick runs and then we can settle the innings, those ones and twos.
Yeah.
But again, just what we discussed about Australian batters in the first T20s, I think it's better whenever you're coming out, you just assess the pitch for 1 or 2 overs first, and then go for your
Mm,
and then go
mm,
accordingly with your approach. Whether you can hit the ball from then from at earlier stage of your innings, or maybe
mm,
take some time and then go for the big shots. But please,
mm,
but whatever form you are in, what how many runs you have scored doesn't matter. Every day you are
mm,
starting from a zero. So please go out
mm,
there, assess the conditions, understand the pitch, and
mm.
then decide at what approach you will continue your innings. I think that will help.
Yeah. Rupali Bhatia, how will India fit Pratika in the ODI? Will she open and with whom? It's Smriti.
Open,
Who else will
open
she
and
open with?
smithy.
Open and Smriti. Perfect. Two marks answer. Denver Johnson, we seem to be going that rabbit hole over and over again. Every time I think this team is really good, they seem to upset the apple cart. This team needs a course on emotional intelligence, not emotional intelligence, on mental conditioning. Those two are very different things. There's no emotions here that is getting them in the wrong direction. It's more the mental conditioning part. I thought at one point there was a sports psychologist with them, Meghna or someone. I don't know if she's still there, but definitely doesn't seem like she's there in the team. Is she there? I'm not 100% sure.
Not sure.
Yeah, but definitely, I think every elite sports team should have, mental conditioning coach. Unknown nobody, Kashvi Gautam is a great potential to be a lower order hitter who can bowl absolutely, but she also needs to be consistent. Kavya Jain, Trishadi, your prediction for this T20I Australia series? आज सुबह ही मुझे किसी ने कमेंट में लिखा था, मैं जो प्रेडिक्ट करती हूँ उसका उल्टा हो जाता है, तो मैं बोलूंगी ऑस्ट्रेलिया विन 2-1।
पर आज उल्टा
आ
नहीं हुआ,
गई,
आज ये हो गया।
अब प्रेडिक्ट कर दिया। अब तुम लोगों ने मेरे को ऐसे बोल दिया कि मैं बोलती हूँ तो उल्टा होता है, तो मैंने प्रेडिक्ट कर दिया भाई। अब मुझ पे नहीं आना चाहिए। Other CMD. I feel just because of that one knock of World Cup, we have overrated or overhyped Jemmy too much. Power hitting, she can't. That's out of question. Normal cricketing with good consistency, also she failed. Sneha
ये थोड़ा ज्यादा ज्यादा क्रिटिसिज्म हो रहा है एक मैच के ऊपर। पिछले मैच में कितना अच्छा स्टार्ट मिला था यार, 3 बॉल में 9 रन था, 2 खतरनाक बाउंड्री लगाए थे। हम सबको लगा कि बहुत अच्छे टच में है। ठीक है, एक मैच में हो गया गलती। हम लोग डब्ल्यूपीएल में भी देखे, ऑन सेवरल ओकेशंस शी गॉट आउट ऑन रॉन्ग टाइमिंग्स,
yeah.
एंड स्पेशली दोस 2 मैचेस अगेंस्ट गुजरात जायंट्स।
याद
बट
दिलाने की
अगेन
कोई जरूरत तो मुझे दिख नहीं रही है, ये सब बात है।
okay, okay, sorry. But again, on few
Yeah.
occasions she did well. She finished the game for DC. So that is what expected. The only problem is short selections at that particular moment and consistency. Again, I am
Yeah.
saying just go out there, assess the condition first, and then try to figure out at what approach you may continue. Just don't
It
go
went
out
way
there.
too early in her innings. She played that
Exactly.
stroke. Yes.
Exactly. So just don't do that thing that you just going out there. Okay, I am there. I'm in mood of hitting boundaries today. I will go and smack
Yeah.
the ball. That will
Yeah.
not work in most of the
Yeah.
occasions. I think that is one thing that they need to work out.
Yeah. Denver Johnson. Shafali seems to be Molino's bunny. She got out to her both times in this series. Is she struggling against left arm off spin? Yes, she is. She is definitely struggling against left arm orthodox. And Denver, tomorrow I'm writing a complete piece on this, analyzing the whole thing. So you read it. And then
Yeah.
हम जब next live पे आएंगे तब इस पे चर्चा करेंगे. And then
Yes.
the number of two runs that Australia took while they batted minus the number of twos that India took is the winning difference margin. How are they going to improve in that aspect? Trishna जी opinion. ये तो मैं डिजर्व करती हूँ. मैं जैसे लोगों का नाम बिगाड़ देती हूँ, मैं तो ये डिजर्व ही करती हूँ कि मेरा नाम भी लोग बिगाड़ दे. Um, I think India now needs to look at having, as I was saying, like you do a batting nets, bowling nets, fielding ka bhi practice hota hai. I feel India needs running practice as well, because running between the wickets is very different from taking 5 laps round the ground. So that I think needs another set of practice. Keep half an hour, keep 45 minutes for the batters to run between wickets. Maybe that will help them in some way.
Yep.
Let's game on. Smriti's catch of Phoebe was amazing. Oh, excellent. That was excellent
Oh yeah.
catch. Ashish, Smriti's catch of PB,
And
I thought excellent.
Litchfield was not happy at all. I think she initially thought that the ball might have bumped on, or maybe the catch was not that
No,
clear,
but
but it
this
was
is
very
what
clear
Australia and England, they're never happy. They're never happy. They're so losers.
but it was an excellent catch. Excellent.
Yeah.
I think at right moment, I think she put her fingers under the ball. That is why we
Yeah.
we got saved there. But it was a good catch.
Tiger Rose Yadav, like today, similar collapse versus Australia women in T20 World Cup in Sharjah, where we lost by 9 runs. There also
Yeah.
needed 24 ball, 40 runs, and 7 wickets led. Do you remember, Trisha? And we got eliminated from group stage. देखो
Yep.
दुख दर्द पीड़ा मुझे सब याद रहता है. I can remember everything. So yeah, I do remember, and I understand what you're saying, and I completely agree with you. Uh, but question क्या था नहीं समझ आया मुझे. Kavya Jain, Trishadi, it's a very big question. Can't we try new all-rounder than Deepthi only in T20Is who can bat better than Deepthi and also bowl? ऐसा ऑलराउंडर मिल जाए तो ट्राई करेंगे ना. ऑलराउंडर मिला कहाँ है ऐसे तुमको. Tiger Rose Yadav. Trisha, can you tell when has Deepthi finished matches in T20I versus Sena countries? As batter, she needed only when top order collapse happens. Otherwise, play her at 8. Yes, I think today also she came at 8. She came pretty late. She has not won new matches. Absolutely not. She's a bowling all rounder when it comes to T20Is.
Yeah. In ODI format, I think she has improved.
Yeah.
But this format, I think questions marks are still there.
Tiger Rose Yadav. Remember, she's senior after Smriti Harman. Deepthi, you mean? Yeah, yeah, of course. Of course. Unknown nobody. India bowled bad till 12th over. Australia bowled bad till 6. Interesting analysis. Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Agreed.
Yep.
Pearl F31 Q9M. Jemmy has bowled before few years back where she took 4 wickets. She was the player of the match. I recently saw a video in YouTube. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Jemmy has bowled before. Denver Johnson, you're probably right, Trisha. It's not immaturity, it's actually her exuberance. She's so hyper, it's almost like she cannot control it. I'm sure this team can have bring in experts to tackle this behavior. Ideally, they should, right? It's a elite sports team. You should have a mental conditioning coach. And with the number of series increasing and with women's cricket's growth being so rapid, I think all the players would benefit if you get in
Fine.
a mental conditioning coach. Others, MV Sri Charni, not at all in good form, leaking too many runs, 9.3 economy rate. Sri Lanka is better, I feel, adds good batting depth and gun fielding. Disagree and disagree. Batting depth and gun fielding number 10 पे तो आती है चर्नी. वहां पे ऐसा तो है नहीं कि श्रीलंका होती तो मैच जिता देती. As far as bowling is concerned, I thought yes, initially she did not bowl that well, but later on in her second and third spell, she was good. Especially the last over, she was brilliant,
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant. Pearl F31 Q9M. Trishadi, is Nicholas Lee's role in the team to work on players' fitness? He's the strength and conditioning coach, right,
Yes.
Snashish?
Yes. Yes.
So not fitness directly. but somewhere close to that.
Uh,
Ayudha Mukherjee. Trishadi, do you think Pratika Rawal is good in running between the wickets?
no.
Formats can change. There will be three runners.
Uh,
Jemmy, Amanjot, Harman. Jemmy, Amanjot, Harman. कॉस्मिक क्रेज. आज मैंने मिड इनिंग्स में स्कोर देखा था तो लगा कि 160 का टारगेट तो ठीक ठाक है, पर इंडिया ने मैच फेंक दिया. सदरलैंड को बाउंड्री मार ही नहीं पाते. Cosmic craze, I had said this in the pre-show itself. Anything above 150, and India is going to struggle because Australian bowling unit is very, very strong. Um, Unknown nobody. India need to have a proper backup wicketkeeper batter. India is over dependent on Richa. If Richa injured or out of form, team might scratch it. I agree with you 500%, not even 100 or 200%. And it will also put a kind of pressure on Richa where she knows that she has to be more consistent. Cosmic craze. आज मैंने mid innings में score. Sorry.
yeah.
Sharanya Haldar. I also wanted to ask, this over obsession of captains and management to chase is costing teams. Like the biggest example is South Africa lost two T20 finals and ODI. Too much matchup in their heads, Stehashish?
I didn't understand the question. Too much matchup
Yeah,
for
I'll
who?
ask again. I wanted, Sharanya wanted to ask, this over
Mhm.
obsession of captains and management to chase is costing teams. Like the biggest example is South Africa
Okay.
lost two T20 finals and ODI, two finals, basically T20 and
Okay.
ODIs.
Okay. While chasing, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. Yep. See, I think first of all, our team always knows at what, be it while batting first or be it while batting second. I think they
Mm,
know at which they are best. They are more, tactically strong when it comes to, maybe South Africa thinks that way, that they will perform better. The batting will unit will be more in a good place in terms of, tactically when they will bat second. I think that is why maybe they always go for that chasing part in big games, in big finals. But unfortunately that didn't come out good for them as a result. uh, but see, I think in modern day cricket, numbers and the stats that match up, everything has become, it has played a key role in every game, in every moment, I will say. See, today I think Ashley Gardner had a very brilliant chance to broke the matchup jinx against Harmanpreet Kaur, but that stamping and all. But yeah, Harmanpreet Kaur survived, so that is why that didn't happen. But again, I think even you can see today also, she was not coming to bowl when Herman was,
yeah.
batting. It was that over Richa batted, from the start of that over. That is why maybe she was, brought in back. But
Mm,
that time Australia needed wicket, and today Ashley Gardner was superb throughout all her
mm,
4 overs. But still, I think matchup has become a key factor. But still, I believe, in big finals, in big games, you always go with those gut feeling. I think all teams,
yeah.
all captain, may management might think that this thing might be, you can see, I think for South Africa that thing might be working till that final only. Maybe they have won tough games while chasing. See, I think in
But
the
in
semi-final
finals,
only, I
I
think
would
they.
say you should always bat first. You should always
Yeah,
bat first.
that's the big game, thinking that you always talk in cricket, that in knockout games it is best that you go out and put that score on the board, the
Yeah,
mental, and then you can put that mental pressure on the opposition team. But
yeah.
for some like South Africa, I think in the semi-final only against England, I think South Africa batted second, right? Where Lord Albert scored that 100, or they batted
That
first.
is first,
Okay,
no?
they batted first. Okay, okay. So yeah, maybe I think that maybe that the key matchups thing, that maybe the stats played a huge role there.
Yeah. Unknown, no, nobody in no, sorry, what? MB25 SATM, who is the wicketkeeper in the Australia T20I squad other than Mooney? I think Litchfield can keep wickets. That's all. Nobody else.
Yes.
But that is because Healy is there. I think from the next series you will see Nicole Faltham in all the three
Mm.
formats. कॉस्मिक क्रेज, ये ऑस्ट्रेलिया के ब्रॉडकास्टर्स इंटरनेशनल गेम में भी बेतमुनी से मैच के बीच में बार बार बात कर रहे थे. प्लेयर्स मना नहीं करते हैं क्या कंसंट्रेशन के लिए? मना करने का शायद उनके पास ऑप्शन नहीं होता होगा।
ऑप्शन नहीं है, हाँ।
Hmm. But there was a point of time where Beth Moody was actually ignoring the question because she had to keep, I think, in the last over itself.
हम्म,
Because and it's very difficult, Snehashish, you and I were
very
chatting about
difficult.
this. It is very difficult. मैं होती तो मैं तो यार distract ही हो जाती कि क्या ही बोले
Yeah,
जा रहे हैं कान में।
it's very difficult to keep the concentration.
Yeah.
So yeah, and not only her, even when Georgia was got out, after getting out, only the interview only happened. You know,
Mm.
interview only happened within 1 or 2 hours. So I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
कॉस्मिक क्रेज अमनजोत और दीप्ति के पहले क्रांति गौर को भेजना चाहिए था। शी स्मैक्ड अ 6 एंड अ 4 इन सच अ बिग स्टेडियम। हाँ, शफाली और स्मृति से पहले उसको भेज दो अभी इसके बाद। Cosmic, I know you were being sarcastic. Unknown nobody. I thought in place of Richa, if Amanjot entered, things might have changed. I completely agree. I think Richa को ना T20 में specifically, T20 में क्या, even one day में, that was your format in the World Cup as well. Last 5-6 overs you send in Richa. आज
Yep.
12-13 ओवर में क्यों भेज दिया नहीं समझ आया, बट ठीक है। रुक जाओ भाई, मैं कहाँ थी? हाँ, निराला Nirala Sarka, Annabelle said in an interview that she withdrew from the WPL because she wanted to level up her game and also needed physical and mental rest. Huh, she did. Kavya Jain. Trishadi, why Uma Chetri is backup wicketkeeper of Richa? Can't they try Mamta Mariwala? She's also a good batter. But Mamta now still is pretty raw. She needs to play a little more to come up the ranks, unfortunately. कॉस्मिक क्रेज, अगले मैच का वेदर फोरकास्ट में रेन दिखा रहा है, इंडिया शुड चेज। ठीक है सर। कॉस्मिक क्रेज, पर ऑस्ट्रेलिया के सामने फाइनल में बाद में बैटिंग करनी चाहिए, नहीं तो CWC 2003 2023 हो सकता है। अच्छा ठीक है, मान लिया। सीमा यादव, दीप्ति शर्मा वनडे और टेस्ट क्रिकेट के लिए सही है, बट 2020 वाली प्लेयर नहीं है। जल्दी ही न्यू टैलेंट को लेना चाहिए जो लास्ट में आकर 2020 जैसा क्रिकेट खेल सके। MR 974, playing on small grounds of India also contributes to non-running of twos. You don't learn how to find corners, how to judge if at all
Good
second
point.
run is there. Small grounds also harm in boundary line catches. Very good point. Denver Johnson, Trisha Radha being appointed captain for the Rising Stars Asia Cup, a demotion or a potential leadership opportunity? Your thoughts? Or nothing? Because I don't see Radha Yadav captaining India in the near future. So I think it has got everything to do with the fact that I was explaining there's something like if you are already in that
Senior
in that senior what do you call that, in that senior
team.
contracted players, and if
Hmm.
you're not in the India team, then you straight up go and play for India. So I think that's the case. That's all. Mm. Kavyajan Trishadi, Amanjot is really struggling in her batting. Even in WPL, she's also struggling. Slower ball ke again वो struggle तो कर रही है बहुत ज़्यादा. And I think that is where Sutherland's beauty is. The way she bowls that back of the hand delivery. I think Nandini Sharma should take a leaf or two out of. And that's why if Sutherland had played for DC, it would have been such an advantage for something like someone like Nandini Sharma. I genuinely believe that Sutherland will play the next WPL, and I think someone like Nandini could learn so much from Sutherland. Mm. Cosmic Rays, Annabelle Sutherland is like Annabelle Doll for Indian team. Huh?
Oh, that horror movie, Annabelle Doll.
Oh, okay. M1 974, in your term, we need development of an off spinner hitting all rounder. Off spinner hitting all rounder? Oh, acha, off spinner who can hit. Okay.
Yeah.
It as a Deepthi replacement for T20, Tanisha Singh from Delhi is a good option. Well, I think Tanisha also is raw material अभी मुझे immediate actually कोई solution नहीं दिख रहा है, if I'm being very honest. Maybe we can, what we can do is, someone like Shriyanka, we already have her in the ranks. Try and work on her to make her that replacement. Gisht, what should India do to be more effective? India should select proper shots. MB25 S8M. I agree with Deepthi. Not a good runner between wickets, but she can bat well and hit boundaries and also hit sixes. I remember that one hand six she hit in England last year. It was amazing. I would say Deepthi for the longer formats. T20s, maybe we could find someone better. Right now, there's no replacement though. Let's be very, very clear about it. Let's game on. Tanuja Kanwar could have been brought in the team in place of who? Okay, MR974. Kashvi Gautam has the ability to hit sixes at will, but she needs to grow to international level and develop awareness. But unless you try her, you won't know. She has been tried. It's not like she has not been tried. For Gujarat Giants, also she was ineffective. What is ineffective even supposed to mean? Okay, Sharanya Haldar. Trishadi, too much cricket in recent years. Players are not getting chances to take a break and improve their games. But that is how you have to improve, by playing matches. Gisht, DC will win next year as Jimmy's jersey number 5. ये क्या था Gisht?
Fifth season,
काफी
jersey number 5. Fifth season, WPL and jersey number 5. That is why.
Kavya Jain, Trishadi, I think Nikki Prasad, Nandini Sharma, Anushka Sharma will be our great future asset. I completely agree with you.
Yes.
Gish, do you also think that Radha Yadav is being backed due to captaincy instinct?
No.
कॉस्मिक क्रेज, स्नेहाशीष भैया को ही मेरे जोक समझ आते हैं, दोनों ही पागल हो ना एक जैसे. श्रीषा दीदी, आपको एनाबेल डॉल नहीं पता? नहीं यार, मैं उतने मूवीज वगैरह नहीं देखती. मुझे बुक्स के रेफरेंसेस दो, मैं पटाख से उठा लूंगी, बट मूवीज थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम तो है. ये स्नेहाशीष भैया से पूछो कौन से मूवीज में देखती हूँ. Anushka Sharma will win us matches in future. Yes, she will.
Yes.
Kavya Jain, Prasadi, Tanuja Kanwar, could we try in replacement of Deepthi?
No.
Gisht, do you think the selection has been good? Yes, I think it has been pretty okay. Gisht, Deepthi bowling itself to keep her everywhere. Yeah, I mean, Deepthi bowling, correct. Deepthi's bowling is enough to keep her everywhere. Okay, Denver Johnson. Trisha, I don't see India struggling against Australian bowling. The first 6 overs proved that they just seem to be developing a habit of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Oh no, I thought first 6 overs Australia were pretty poor in that sense. They were bowling too many freebies, but otherwise, no, absolutely not. Pearl F31Q9M. Trishadi, who can be next India captain? Jemima, Smriti, Deepthi. The order should be Smriti, Jemima. That's it. I don't see Deepthi being there. Yes, Deepthi is our best bowler. You can't take anything away from her in that regard. Agreed. गिश्त त्रिशा दी, ये क्या हो गया तुमको? ये कितना खुश हो गए तुम? ओके, फोर्स फैन. ओडीआई स्क्वाड में तो अरुंधति भी नहीं है, क्या करेंगे? हम क्या करेंगे? वो नहीं है तो
जो है उनसे उम्मीद करेंगे कि अच्छे बॉलिंग
वाह, ये सही है, जो है उनसे उम्मीद करेंगे. स्नेहाशीष, अच्छा ठीक है,
ठीक है भाई.
Taranya Haldar, Dan Brown fan, Trishadi? No, Agatha Christie fan. I'm a Agatha Christie fan. Dan Brown is not Darcy Brown. Dan Brown is the writer, Snehashish.
Yeah, I understood. When I heard Agatha Christie name, I understood the reference. Yeah. Initially, I thought which player this is. Okay, then I thought of.
Because this guy does not read. Gisht, why is Australia backing Darcy Brown? No consistency. How has she won 3 World Cups? वो ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम में रह के जीत गई 3 वर्ल्ड कप, अभी क्या ही बोल सकते हैं यार.
वो ने भी 2 WPL जीत गया, तो क्या है उसमें?
Trishadi, does Harman have MI quota only? Doesn't do well for India. करती तो है. Inconsistent, वो भी inconsistent है. Gish Deepti Kant Captain. Agreed. Nirala Sarkar, Snehashish Bhaiya and Trishadi, good night. And which is your favorite movie? मेरी फेवरेट मूवी पूछो ही मत, क्योंकि मेरी कोई फेवरेट मूवी है ही नहीं, मैं मूवीज ही नहीं देखती यार ज्यादा।
ये बहुत
हम्म,
डिफिकल्ट है फेवरेट मूवी बोलना।
अच्छा टॉप तीन, तीन फेवरेट बोल दो कि ऐसा है कि छुट्टी है एंड यू कैन वॉच मूवीज, व्हाट आर द थ्री मूवीज दैट यू विल टेक?
वेरी गुड, मैं एक ही नाम बोलता हूँ, काइंड ऑफ बॉलीवुड ऐसा के फैन, सो या कल हो ना हो, गुड मूवी।
कल हो ना हो, वो तो वैसे ही है, वो तो जिंदगी है, कल हो ना हो, क्या पता। Okay. Gisht Kashvi is in ODIs. Yes. Arundhati is not good in ODIs. We haven't tried Arundhati, so I'm not 100% sure we can say that she's not good. But okay. Kavya and Trishadi, I think even if India lost the series, I will not be sad because the way they're giving fight and competition to Australia. Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely agreed. Gisht Harman is our best runner or Amanjot? Toss up
Harman.
between Amanjot and Jemmy. Toss up between Amanjot and
Mm.
Jemmy. Harman will be in the second place, of course.
Mm.
Unknown nobody. After T20 World Cup, India has to start building core of 20 players who can be of Australia standard. Sure. Gish Harman fitness is amazing. Yes, she has maintained her fitness.
Mm.
Pearl F31 Q9M. I think Aru played Jemmy kind of short when she got out. True. Why is Darcy Brown in the team? She only has pace. That is why she's there. Gisht, favorite book. My favorite book is Nemesis by Agatha Christie. Snehashish, yours?
The Christian World autobiography, the only book I have
Wow.
completed. So thank you.
फेवरेट सॉन्ग, ये देखो फेवरेट सॉन्ग ऐसा है ना कि हर टाइम पे चेंज होता रहता है,
हाँ, वो बहुत
बट देयर इज
मुश्किल है।
वन सॉन्ग व्हिच इज एब्सोल्युटली फेवरेट ऑफ माइन, व्हिच इज दिल को तुमसे प्यार हुआ फ्रॉम रहना है तेरे दिल में। आई डोंट नो
Oh
इफ यू
yes,
गाइस हैव
yes.
heard.
Yeah.
Also it was supposed to be a
And
sports show, but
yes,
anyway.
and Trishadi has a fantastic playlist. So yeah.
Gish, favorite sport, cricket.
Cricket, yes. Indeed.
Favorite food.
ये तुम लोग क्या शुरू कर दियो यार, दीदी नंबर वन जैसा।
Oh, favorite food क्या है मेरा? Favorite anything that my mom cooks, but if I have to eat outside, then sushi. Yeah, I love sushi. Snehashish?
मेरा तो सिंपल बिरयानी, चिकन बिरयानी
Ah,
खत्म।
yes. Favorite shot, either Mithali or Virat Kohli or Laura Woolworth's cover drive.
Yeah.
Gish, Smriti or Laura Woolworth. I'm sorry, it did
Laura.
not take me a second. Laura Woolworth. Denver Johnson, Trisha, off the record, can you suggest me a few good eateries when I come down to Calcutta? I heard there's a food tram that goes throughout the streets in Calcutta. Is this true? Food tram, I'm not aware of, but of course, there are so many good eateries. Whenever you're coming, just ask me on the show, I'll tell you. क्योंकि ये शो तो वैसे भी स्पोर्ट्स शो से कहीं आगे चला गया है। Pearl F31 Q9M. I hope they don't send back Jemmy to fifth position. क्यों fifth में क्यों जाएगी?
No, 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 no.
Gish, I reckon Laura is better. Yes, out of Smriti and Laura, of course.
No, no.
Sportsman, your thoughts on Vrinda Dinesh? Has potential, but has to do much better. Snehashish
Yes.
on Vrinda?
Yes, absolutely. I think that is why again I am repeating the same thing, that that is why me and Trishadi were kind of disappointed with the way she batted against UAE, because we all know the potential that she has, because she score runs continuously in domestic cricket. She got few opportunities in WPL where she didn't perform at her best.
Yeah.
But now again she is scoring runs, and that is why we expected that in this tournament that is going on in the Asia Cup Rising Stars, she
Mm.
will do well. She's one of the experienced players out there. And it is so good to see that after that one failure, she didn't got out
Yeah.
so far. She is
Yeah.
unbeaten so far in both the
Yeah.
knocks, and she has batted brilliantly. She is dealing with
Yeah.
boundaries. Hope that momentum continues, because that is what you want now. Because in this discussion, what is the main thing that we have been talking about? The main focus has been the
Consistent.
consistency, from your top players. So I think that is the fact. A player, when he or she becomes more consistent along with his or her potential, I think then she becomes, a immense, addition to the team, any team.
Yeah.
So I think that is why,
Yeah.
that is immense potential from Brinda Dennis. But the more consistent she will be, the easier will be her to get more chances going forward in the senior team, maybe.
Yeah. Nirala Sirka favorite touristic place? Any jungle or beach. I'm a jungle or water person. Snehashish?
मैं तो बहुत कम जगह घूमने गया हूँ, पर मेरा एक फेवरेट जगह है मुसौरी.
Oh, sorry. Very beautiful place. Gisht, we need more players who can be fit. Kranti can bat. She smoked the ball. Yes. Seema Yadav, Radha Yadav ki best fitness hai. She's flying queen. Completely agree. Sharanya Haldar, only one book. Snehashish, that really good, guys. Good. Ask him why only one book.
It's
Yes, Snehashish, that.
it's difficult. In this case, I am not consistent. I am in the same zone with Shefali and Jamie in this stage. Sorry, guys.
Gisht, even Renuka made more effort than some of our batters to score runs. Feel bad for bowlers. कर देंगे. Gisht, Radha is a flying catcher. Yeah, Radha is the best fielder in the team by a huge, huge margin.
Hmm.
Nirala Sarkar, Snehashish Bhaiya, favorite sports movie?
Sports movie. Sports movie. Oh, one sports movie. It's not like any autobiography or something. It was related to
Mm,
sports, kind of. Uh,
mm.
I guess we have Goal 1, 2, 3, the football movie. The Newcastle United themed movie,
Yeah,
English
yeah,
movie. The
yeah.
Goal, Santiago Muniz, something. The character name was that. I love that series. Goal 2, Goal 3. I think that series was.
There was goal 2 3 also.
Yes. In the first part, he signs for Newcastle. Okay. In the second part, he signs for Real
Okay, this
Madrid.
can happen out of the live, huh? Let's not do
Yes.
this in the live. Okay, wait. Okay, guys, now stop asking question. Let me finish these questions and let us
Yes,
go.
please, because my phone battery is showing only 4%. So yes.
Yes, please. MR SAW has been good because there are 3 4 core players, Laura Cap, Nadine, who mainly contribute to their winning play in leagues all year round. Other players are average. Agreed. Let's game on. Is the entire series point based or is it going to have separate for each format? It's point based. The entire series. 2 points for white ball games and 4 points for the test match.
Mm.
Kavyajan Trishati, this team has full ability to beat Australia in T20 World Cup because the competition and fight they're giving, they just need to work on some more things and fielding is superb today and in first T20. Agreed.
Yes.
Persona is Jemmy really good fit in T20 and number 3. Yes, she is. Pearl F31 Q9M. Radha Jemima, who is the better fielder. Radha Gisht has answered. Radha is better. Sportsman 5. Why does Fatima Sana bat too low for her team? I think
That
because
is
others
Pakistan's
have
problem.
batter in their role. Yeah, others have batter written there. That's why they get more respect. But I
Yeah.
think she's their best batter currently, and she's their best bowler. There's no doubt in that. Gisht, what happened to Pompalathi? What? She played for MI last year and didn't play this year. What happened to this 19 World Cup prodigy? Gisht, sorry, Prachi. प्राची कौन है सॉरी पारुनिका सिसोदिया अरे यार पारुनिका सिसोदिया good question. I mean, Parunika Sisodia, I have no idea what happened to Parunika.
Mm.
I definitely have no idea. Okay. Then, Vatsusha, if you want to read a good autobiography, I would suggest Driven from Within, Michael Jordan. It's a brilliant one. I will add it to my TBR right away, guys. Actually, I have a diary, proper diary. Sorry for 1 second. Okay, I'll ask the next question to you and right.
Mm.
Kavya Jain is asking Trishadi, in English conditions, Kranti and Renuka will be very effective in bowling. Snehashish?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I think we all know that in English conditions, Renuka will be your number one bowler. You need those early wickets, and Renuka can give you. And it is so good to see in these two matches the Renuka doing so well in the death overs also, because we always
Yeah.
talk. that, Renuka will be your with the new ball only. She will be good enough, not in the death overs. But I think in these two matches, I think she has done so well. So it is good that she's doing well in that phase also, because that will give more options to the captain, to the team also. So that is also good. But yes, in England condition, your both new ball bowlers, Kranti and Renuka, will do well, because both can get the ball swing both ways, and that can be pivotal. Okay, Tushadi, 2% power remaining.
Yeah, okay. I'll finish last four questions in a jiffy.
Yes,
MR 924, even with a weaker side, SAW has been bad against Pakistan women in T20 series outside of ICC events. Also, you need to be consistent, especially against sides like Pakistan. Agreed. Gish Fatima Sana bats slow as they want their team to lose. Very nice answer, Gish. Renuka is better bowler than Fatima. अरे रेणुका तो proper bowler ही है भाई.
हाँ,
कि स्पोर्ट्स फैन सिमरन दिल बहादुर का क्या हुआ एवरेज थी इसलिए चांस नहीं मिला गिस्ट why did autocorrect type Pompalati? Who is this? Oh, got scared looking at this time. Sorry, my autocorrect is messed up. It's okay. We know many people whose autocorrect is messed up. What happened to Ayushi Raut? Ayushi Shukla, you meant? Yes. Sorry for
yeah.
typing Pompalati. Don't know from where that. It's okay. It's okay. Calm down. And being
Chill,
human,
chill.
Beth Mooney might lose her place in T20 because of her low strike rate in the power play. She needs to be more aggressive. Considering she has got the most runs for Australia in
Oh
T20Is, I
yes,
don't see her losing any side. That's about it. Thank you guys for coming with questions. We again promised, Snehashish and I had promised that we'll go for 1 hour, and it has become 1 hour 26 minutes as usual. And it is all you guys, you know.
yes.
So keep coming with questions, just not today, just not right now. But good night, because Snehashish's phone needs charge. I need charge. So let's all take some charge and let's go. Good night. Good
Good
night, guys.
night.
Thank
Good
you so
night.
much.